Welcome back to Fresh. I'm Fonoifafo Mcfarland-Seumanu, and this is my world. I was probably the naughty kid, actually. Yeah, I had to, yeah. Should I say that? Like, they're gonna be like, she was naughty.
Your Miss Pacific Islands 2019, 2020 is Miss Samoa.
You always hear people say the pastor's kids are the worst. And it's true. My dad is a pastor. His name is Seumanu, and he was educated here, went to Bible college, opened up a Baptist church here. And that's where I learned how to play the piano. We have a really close relationship with our father. It's helped me in the sense that I'm now in this role as Miss Pacific Island, and I remember going over, they would say things like, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't wear this, and I was like, yeah, I've been through it. I don't club, I don't go clubbing, I don't drink, smoke, so we know how to behave, I guess, some of us. As with our mother, she's a support worker in the field of mental health. My mom had, all us children, and she went and studied her diploma in mental health, which was inspiring. We tend to think that once you have children, that's the end of, your life. But my mom's life started after she had us. I was the first in my family to want to pursue tertiary level education. None of my older siblings were able to do that because they were helping my parents out financially. It was a blessing that I was able to go down that path, and I give it to my parents and my siblings for encouraging me to do that. Next to the radio.
One News first filmed Fono 6 years ago in the first year of the Health Academy. Today she's the first of the programme's work graduates.
The public health encompasses a lot of aspects of health, but mostly we work on the preventative side of things. The services are there, and for some of our families we don't know it's there, and that's one of the reasons why I love my role in public health, because you get to advise families of what's available to them and help them seek the medical attention that they sometimes need. There were Pacific Island nurses with us, but I was the only Samoan speaking nurse, which was interesting because, we were located in an area that was predominantly Samoan. I guess adds more value to my role and motivates me more to go to work every day, and, because you get to translate, some of the health messages for these families. Everyone creates their goals, New Year's resolutions, at the beginning of every year. I found that all those goals sort of aligned. Last year would have marked 2-3 years since working as a public health nurse, and just seeing where I could be of more use in my community.
Samoa are still seeing new cases and a massive deadly measles outbreak.
Example of the extent of Samoa's measles crisis. On the second day of a nationwide lockdown,
we were in Papua New Guinea, and that's when the numbers did spike over a course of 3-4 days, and it was discouraging and disheartening. When we got to Samoa, I knew that I had to be with our families and that I had to work in the capacity of a nurse. I was able to step on board as a vaccinator, and we started the programs from there. I think our country is still in the recovery phase. It made me feel more passionate about what I was advocating about, seeing the children that were affected, and there was families who didn't have access, to transport. There were so many factors that came into play, and the biggest thing for me was making sure that the people I was working with and the families were understanding that, it wasn't their fault, and that there was an opportunity for them to get vaccinated and keep themselves and their children safe from, diseases that were to come. I think the biggest thing for me is finding the strength that I didn't know I had. You never really know how a situation can turn out or how much something can change you until you've actually experienced it and gone through it. And I've been very fortunate to come out on the other side with the support of everyone behind me.